I am amazed, and I think it's a fantastic opportunity for high-value content, because in the same way, you know, English Premier League soccer is some of the best soccer in the world, and because the time zone's going the other way, means on weekend mornings, Saturday mornings specifically, they can make that package available to U.S. viewers, and it's great content. And I think there's also a recognition that, and we see it the same going the other way for basketball, that if you're a basketball fan in Europe or other parts of the world, that you're only going to presumably be able to dedicate so many hours a week to watching basketball. And so while the MLS is also doing very well in the U.S., people also have this opportunity to watch some of the best soccer in the world coming from Europe. And other leagues are looking to bring, you know, in the case of the EPL, they're fortunate to have that broadcast package. But of course, in terms of over the top, you can buy virtually anything, you know, now and streamed, you know, from La Liga, Bundesliga, or whatever else. So now in the NBA, we're really fortunate because unlike in soccer, where there's multiple great leagues around the world, and throw MLS into the mix as well, every young boy and increasingly young girl, now that we have a WNBA, who aspires to be a professional basketball player, regardless of where they grow up, only dreams of being in one league, and that's the NBA. And so what we're seeing is with basketball enormously popular in China, and it may or may not be more popular than soccer, probably sort of neck and neck these days, and Yao Ming's the perfect example. And so yet Yao Ming growing up, the dream is, yes, to play for his national team, and I think that game when you were in Beijing in 2008, I think that's still the most watched basketball game in the history of the world. I think supposedly China versus USA, something like 1 billion people watched that game. But now for Yao Ming, the dream then became to play the highest level basketball to play in the NBA. And that's what we have going for us all around the world. And so for us, and it even goes back to those conversations about Google and Facebook now, Facebook live streaming or what Twitter's doing, it's all of a sudden you can have a discussion with somebody about reaching a global audience. I mean, it's certainly a more efficient way to negotiate a deal. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the best way to reach all those people, but it's quite incredible to be sitting with a partner like that and to have the reach and also to have the analytics of exactly how to reach those people. I mean, I don't know if it's been part of your presentations today, but Dan Reed, who used to run our development league, became head of sports at Facebook, and he's shown me some experiments where they'll post a live stream of, you know, it was some, you know, he's showing me an example of some a woman's pre-Olympic soccer game, and by posting it on certain people's accounts, and because they know analytically how to track those people, they can instantaneously, without any promotion, have an audience of well over 1 million people. I mean, it's quite incredible when you think that our games on TNT, you know, are getting a 1.4 rating. I mean, it's so. What I think for people in the sports business, what's so great is that these services, these other platforms, they're just beginning to understand the power of live sports. And the good news also, they're hiring people like Dan Reed to come in who have the history, the relationships, understand how our rights work, which is a really good sign for all of us.